All right, folks, we're back, and today we've got the Voodoo 360 sitting here on the bench, and maybe some stuff you wouldn't think that should be sitting with it. So stick with me. I'm going to tell you what's going on. So a couple of weeks ago, I released a video about the cheapest 22 long rifle I owned. There were some people who thought I was hating on it a little bit, and to their credit, I probably was when I first started the video. But the little gun kind of impressed me by the end of the test. It was really shooting better than I thought it would. But I had a lot of comments on that video, and several people said, I think I'll quote one guy. He said, close but no cigar, wanted to see the expensive gun with the cheap ammo. I sat around, I thought about it, and I'm like, well, to be honest with you, I've never ran any of that kind of stuff in this gun. This is always, I've tested, some SK variants and some Ely, settled on SK long range, as most of you know if you watch my channel any. And that's what I shoot in this thing. I hardly ever test anything else anymore. Found what shoots good, and I just go with it. This is my competition rig. I don't take it apart. I don't do anything different with it. It's very, very rare that I mess with this gun anymore. To give you a rundown on what it is, we have a Voodoo 360 Action. I had the Action rebarreled by Kenny I down at Desert Precision Gunworks. This is a 24-inch Krieger 16 twist M24 taper. It is sitting in a Manners PRS-1, running a Timony hit trigger. I also have the Night Force Attacker, or ATAC-R, however you'd like to say that, 7-35 by 56, sitting in a Hawkins Precision one-piece mount. I also run my AccuTac bipod out here. This is the gun I take to matches. This is, if you catch me at the range, shooting an NRL 22 match, or a PRS match, or an Outlaw match, more than likely you've seen me with this gun. Now, that being said, never tested cheap stuff in it. Hell, I don't know how it's going to shoot. But we're going to test Federal Auto Match, Blazer, Remington Target, CCI Standard Velocity, and Fiocchi Standard Velocity. It's not, before everybody gets started, it's not that I didn't want to test Norm Attack. Okay, let's get this out of the way. It's not that I didn't want to test Norm Attack. It's quite simply, I don't have any here at the house. And I've got a short window to do this in, so we're going to get it done. If I come across some Norm Attack in the next week or so, I may even add it or do a video where I test that stuff later. I know that, for whatever reason, that seems to be really popular right now. But this is what I have on hand, and this is what we're going to test. These are some pretty common deals you're going to see at any Walmart or sporting goods store that you're going to go to. So, first though, probably shoot a baseline test with the ammo that I shoot matches with this gun so that we can see what it's capable of. So here we go. Let's get into this. All right. So to begin, we're going to go ahead and shoot our baseline with SK long range match, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what this gun shoots like. It is cold today. Haven't cleaned it, so I don't really know what kind of groups it's going to shoot. It usually shoots pretty good though. So we're going to shoot 2 groups per box of ammo, giving each ammo a little better chance of improving its average or seeing if it was just a fluke on one. But let's go ahead and get these shot. Here we go. Ooh, dropped a couple. There you go. I had a couple of weird little flyers there, but that happens with rimfire. I can tell you that generally shooting this gun, if I'm shooting a Know Your Limits rack or a KYL rack at 50 yards, I'm pretty upset with myself, not the gun, if I miss the 1/4 inch or if I don't clean the rack. That means I didn't do my job, or I didn't, maybe I didn't have my zero set properly. But the gun does the work, and I'm just the tool behind it trying to mess things up. But let's go ahead, let's get into our cheap ammo test. All right, we got 10 rounds of Federal Champion. I went ahead and set it up there on top of this, well, not sure what they call it, but we're bad to call it the unicorn horn. Sorry, Hawkins, if you don't like that. Here we go, 10 rounds. I tell you what, that ain't bad. Let's go to our second group. Oh, I tell you what, that ain't bad at all. But what you're seeing right there is also the reason why we pay for expensive ammo, so that we don't have those crazy flyers, because both of those, I mean, those have been really good groups if it would have just kind of hung in there to its side. Next up, we're going to try Federal Auto Match. So this stuff, you can find it everywhere right now. It seems like every store I go into has it. I've seen it at Orscheln's, I've seen it at Walmart, just everywhere. Got 10 rounds of it. We're going to jump on here and see what this stuff does. Not terrible, but not as good as the other. I tell you what, none of this stuff's shooting bad so far. It's all compared to what I expected to see anyway. I didn't expect either one of those to do great out of this gun. But I don't know that I'd necessarily rule any of it out for practice ammo, just getting rounds off. So for our next lot of ammo, we're going to shoot CCI standard velocity. Now I've got high hopes for this stuff, as most people tend to have really good luck out of it. So 10 rounds, let's see what happens. Whoa, lost my box. That ain't looking bad at all, folks. Got a little horizontal stringing in that second group, but honestly, that's pretty daggum impressive. Which I expected CCI to probably shoot the best of all this stuff here, but I don't know if we still got some to shoot yet. But that's pretty impressive, and for right around $50 a brick, right now, as of this moment, this is at the top of my hit list for practice ammo. I may need to run to the store. So up next, CCI Blazer. Big box of CCI Blazer. This is like 500 something rounds, 525, right? Again, you see this at all your local sporting goods stores and just all over the place, really. Pretty easy to get, pretty popular. We got 10 rounds of it. Let's see what it'll do. It's a little hotter than I would like. I'm not big on high velocity these days. Definitely split in two groups there. That's odd. Don't like that. There we go again. I'd say that's, at least from my opinion, that's probably our worst performer yet. So, what do we got left? We got Fiocchi standard velocity and Remington target. Let's see what happens here. We're going to try Fiocchi standard velocity next. See how that does. Out of our other test, it did pretty well. So let's see if the Voodoo likes it. Looking pretty good. Not bad at all. Hey, come back here. Not bad at all. Wow. That's pretty good stuff, I'm telling you. I've had this stuff for a long time, and kind of curious to get my hands on some of the late, more recent production stuff. See if it's shooting just as good. For those of you who do not know where I'm at in Missouri, Fiocchi or however you say it, they're just down the road from me, so it'd be interesting to see if I could get some practice ammo off those guys. But that stuff's shooting pretty good. Now, we're gonna go last but not least, old Big Green itself, Remington target. I would love for this to shoot well. It just hasn't shot well out of the other guns, but never know. Maybe today's the day, right? Ooh. Yeah, a lot of vertical going on there. Tells me there's some consistency problems. Well, folks, I don't think Remington would be the one I'd choose for my practice ammo. If I was just out here planking with the kid, that's usually what I use it for, to be honest with you. Just banging around on some, some of the cheaper guns with cheap ammo, right? But let's go get that target and let's see how this turned out. I'm actually pretty surprised and pretty pleased with some of it, to be 100% with you. So let's go get it. Well, there's the test. Top grade competition style PRS 22 rifle with all the best stuff you can throw at one, as far as I'm concerned anyway. Some of the top competitors in the nation use a recipe for their rifle very, very similar to what is here, between barrel and action and trigger and optics and you name it, stock, etc. We've shot the cheaper ammo. This was all at 52 yards, and we had some real viable training ammo solutions here. The Fiocchi, the CCI Standard, and even really the Federal Champion I would not rule out. Other than the fact that the 0 point's way off, where with the others I could essentially just, hold the same 0 on my rifle and go. But with that being said, I'm going to go through all the different, I'll have it like I did in the other video where we show the group sizes here and just how well or how bad did they shoot. But overall, the higher end rifle definitely seem to perform well with some of these ammunitions. Other than that, guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me here at Midwest Long Range. Stay safe, keep shooting.